I don't think most dudes are capable of even. Most dudes can't handle one woman nowadays, so it's like they shouldn't even try. But if you do have the resources, if you have the like emotional control, and you are actually like a real man, I don't see a problem with it. Yo, man, you already know what it is, man. It's that Island God Talk podcast, man. Your favorite two co-hosts in the world, man. J.U. and Kingmeechyyy in the building, man. Back in America, man. How y'all doing, man?
To be honest, I'm doing good, bro. Back in America is really it should be the title. Back in America. How you feel about being back in America since?
I feel good about it. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, hey man, game plan. Make your money in America, do some business in Africa, and live on the island, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the game plan. It just motivates me. Hey, I'm back here, like, yo, we're running it up. We focused. We not worried about bullshit. You know what I'm saying? A little degeneracy once in a while might be cool, but for the most part, we just focused.
I feel that. I feel like being back in America has given me a new sense of the same thing, that motivation, like seeing how other people live. Like, I feel like it's a lot easier to get money here than it would be especially from like someone of like low class, because I feel like there is more opportunities in America. So I feel like being in America, like, you gotta be in the money, bro.
Yeah, man. This is a privilege to have a bunch of different ways and opportunities and just the resources too. That's another big thing. Like, motherfuckers, certain places, especially third world countries, struggling internet. Even if they got internet, know what I'm saying, like, might be a little dude in a third world country right now. He want to be a Twitch streamer, but
no internet.
How he gonna get there? Like, no internet, no setup. Don't even know where to get shit at. Amazon don't deliver to where he at. Know what I'm saying? It can be hard. Like, just be thankful for the privileges and stuff we do have.
Facts. That's the only thing we can do. Be thankful, be grateful, and make the most of our opportunities, bro.
Yes, sir. Let's get right into it, man. So, first topic, man, it's going to be about something we all know, something we all have heard of. Some people may or may not believe in it, but whether you want to call it karma or whether you want to call it cause and effect, we all know that you kind of get what you give back in this world. And I think when people speak on karma, they always kind of speak of it in the negative, like always talking about like bad karma or he's gonna get his karma. And my thing is, like, you should want your karma, especially if you're doing good in the world, you're putting good out in the world, and also understand that good karma can be a hack when it comes to this life shit. Because even say you have somebody, they just fucking hate your guts and they always like sending negative shit your way. If you're sending love back, then you have to understand how great of a distance that love has to travel when it's going to somebody that hates you. But then you understand, okay, cause and effect, I get back what I put out. If you're sending out love that has to travel far, then that means a lot of love is coming back to you, and that love doesn't have to travel as far. So that can be a crazy life hack when it comes to like just getting better in life.
I totally agree, and I do too with the people. When people say karma, it's always usually is negative. Mm-hmm. People never talk about the good karma that's coming back. I don't like that. Like, not especially since we're talking about it. I feel like we should be more focused on the good anyway. Even if someone like wrongs you, yeah, like you can know like in your head, like, yeah, karma's probably gonna get them, but you still shouldn't be hoping bad on anybody, nothing like that, bro. Still should be kind of sending love to them
because that's you're manipulating energies at that point. You know, okay, I really might not fuck with that person or whatever, but let me just send them love. Let me not speak negatively about them. Let me speak positive life into them. And you know how much energy you're gonna bring back to yourself when you're doing that.
Thanks.
Especially when it comes to the Judas of your world, the people around you who are around you, but shit, they probably can't stand your ass, but you still got them around you, and you still keep showing them love because you know, like, I keep showing this person is my hack right now. Like, they don't even know they are giving me so much good karma and energy because I'm still being a good person to them, and they fucking talking shit to my other friends behind my back. You know what I'm saying? And you understand that you on a higher level of understanding at that point. You're just thinking like, I'm just gonna keep manipulating these energies because my world is gonna keep getting better regardless, because that's all I'm putting out is better. I'm putting out good. I'm putting out love to the world, so it's gonna come back.
Exactly, it has to. Hey, laws of the universe, bro. And I'm just saying, I know it's gonna take some time, especially like when someone actually wrongs you. It's gonna be hard to be like, I wish the best for that person in the moment. Mm-hmm. So I say you might gotta get out your little fuck that nigga, fuck that bitch, like just a little bit. But then it's gotta get back to the script of, bro, I just wish the best for them at the end of the day, bro. Like, they probably going try to see things from their perspective. They're going through some things. They probably don't know how to cope, how to comprehend certain things, like, because you got to think ignorance is bliss. Mm-hmm. Us, we don't have that. We can't be ignorant. Mm-hmm. So therefore, like, we're not playing by the same rules as them. To them, they're probably looking at it like they don't know no better, just like a kid. If you can't get mad at a kid for not knowing. Mm-hmm. Same with an adult. If the adult don't know, what can you really do?
And it really takes like some higher level of understanding to even understand what we're talking about right now. But really, in how you said, like, you might need to get out that little fuck you and this and that. Like, if you need to get out that, that's cool. But if you can just understand, like, let me manipulate this energy. If I can master my emotional energy, then I can master my karma, because I'm really choosing what I'm putting out to the world. I'm not reacting to what somebody did and let me put out some negative shit to the world because somebody did some negative shit to me. Most religions, the Bible, it all talks about being good to people who have done wrong to you. Literally. And it sounds so hard, and it sounds pussy for real. It sounds like being pussy, but it's really about playing the long game. It's really about understanding, like, yeah, this is for right now, but I understand what I'm getting back later is coming back tenfold. So let me just master my emotional energy. Don't let every little thing get me riled up. I don't need to be screaming fuck this person or putting up negative shit on Instagram about somebody because they did whatever actions. 9 times out of 10, whatever actions somebody else do, it's more so about themselves anyway. It's like a reaction to how they see and perceive and shit about themselves.
That is so true, bro. Most of the time, especially like when you're saying things to offend people, for the most part, it's not even what you said. It's probably true. What you said was either true, or it's some things that they got, or it's some things that they just got buried within themselves, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes even your presence, like, you walking in a different light, like, you walking in a different presence, you just being around people, they gonna be disturbed by that shit, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they say, like, you understand the power of the tongue, you will speak, you'll start watching what you say more. And once you start understanding the power of your presence, you'll watch who and where and what places you go, and that can lead us right into, like, your environment, man.
Facts, bro. And this is a big one for us, especially, like, living in Richmond, bro. Wherever y'all live, like, no matter if it's a good place, bad place, wherever it could be a third world country, bro, your environment has so many factors on your life, bro. It's crazy. And I'm not just talking about, I'm talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly, bro. Like, a lot of the problems, a lot of the good, the bad, it happens because of your environment. And what I mean by that is, for the simple fact, us being in Richmond, we know, like, it's not the safest place in the world. We know this. So, like, because of that, sometimes you're more, like, on edge, especially going to different countries. I knew when we was in the Dominican Republic, walking at nighttime, I'm thinking, damn, doing this in Richmond, like, I'm, like, kind of scared, because I'm like, you don't have a gun, you don't have no protection, you're in a foreign country. And in my head, I'm just thinking, like, bro, this is like me walking in Jackson Ward or something. I'm in the projects. I'm somewhere I'm not supposed to be, with no kind of protection, nobody knows who I am, not speaking the language. And I was just thinking, like, somebody run up on me, shit, it might be over for me. But then I'm thinking that's because my environment, bro. I'm so used to
your perception of your old environment, you bring it into the new one most of the time.
Exactly, like, and I'm thinking, like, fuck, what am I gonna do? But then you gotta, like, but then I came to the conclusion, I gotta get that out of my head, bro. Like, I shouldn't have to worry about, like, being somewhere or not supposed to be somewhere or having to carry a gun, like, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, and I think it's important. You keep your like universal safety laws, which is look like you know where you're going, don't look too flashy, and respect the land you're stepping on. You know what I'm saying, you follow those three, you'll kind of be good walking through mostly anywhere. Of course, it's gonna be people all across the world that might just fuck with you for no reason. But 9 times out of 10, especially when you are going into new environments, it's just about keeping a open mind. Like, of course, you got your awareness on at all times. You aware of the people around you, who's doing what, who looking like what, and just being like, the more tapped in you are with yourself, the more you'll be able to read people and situations a lot faster. Damn near have that spidey sense, like, you know what I'm saying, and trust your gut too when you're going places. You know what I'm saying, something don't feel right, hey, you know what I'm saying, fine, either don't do it or make sure you're prepared, like take the proper precautions, but like just don't let a new environment induce fear into you. You know what I'm saying, because you moving with fear, people can definitely sense and smell that.
I was about to say that dog definitely senses and smelled that shit. Wait till I drop that fucking video. Y'all gonna see that dog knew I was scared. Nigga was not playing no games with me either. But I definitely understand that. But as we was talking about, like, sometimes that's why I say, like, ignorance and bliss. Because, you know, people that are more so green never had to, like, kind of look over their shoulder or worry about, is this person following me?
Or see the world with rainbows and fucking lollipops like most women.
Literally, and I'm just saying, like, that's literally bliss for the simple fact you don't got to worry about this. And I know it's going to take some time to, like, untrain, especially, like, when we start moving in more other areas, because you start moving in, and I feel like it's not just me, like, I feel like it's people all around the world. Like, I know most of the rappers talk about it, like, why are you bringing a gun and you fucking, or in pairs, like, people doing dumb shit like bringing guns in airports and shit like that. I feel like some shit is just dumb, but some is like, cause their environment, bro. Like, their environment was kind of bad. It's like, you gotta shake it. You kind of gotta get it off. You know, like, you don't gotta do this no more. Like, it's a pretty safe place. Like, you don't gotta worry about someone trying to rob you or trying to text you or you walking on the wrong street at nighttime.
Yeah, facts, man. Like, environment, it's just such a big factor, and that's why sometimes you do need to leave your own environment, because your own environment will construct your perspectives, and it'll make you think certain things about the world. Like, I was watching Godfather Harlem. It's a show about a kingpin that was in Harlem named Bumpy Johnson, but his daughter went to Africa with Malcolm X on his trip. Like, she was his assistant and stuff like that. And when she came back, mind you, his daughter used to be a heroin addict and on the street and shit like that. And when she came back, the main character, his wife, seen the daughter and was like, you just look different. I can tell that your horizons have expanded. Like, you're not thinking the same. Your perspectives on the world has changed because you have went to other places. And when you're able to go somewhere else and you can bring that back, and now you're talking to people and trying to show people stuff, kind of like how Leon was trying to do with the Franklin and shit in Snowfall. But, like, yeah, let's say you go to Africa, like, you get all these new perspectives and you try to bring it back to your environment, you can really help a few people. Some people, they just so stuck in their ways, and it's like, man, fuck that African shit. Like, but you'll be able to touch a few people, inspire a few people, and now they want to go somewhere and get a new perspective.
Facts. And that's why I say, like, it's so important to get out of your environment, bro. To try some new stuff, to get a different perspective. Because getting that different perspective can literally change your life. Seeing how the other world lives, like, seeing what other people do, like, how some people are more family oriented. We was talking about that, like, Dominicans, they're definitely more family oriented. I know a person, they be having brunch with their family every Sunday. Mm-hmm. When was the last time you and your peoples had brunch every Sunday? Especially, I'm talking, like, not just you, your brothers. I'm talking, like, majority of families, like uncles, cousins, like all coming together, having a big brunch.
Another thing they do that I also see in like rich families as well is pooling resources. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like I think Tristan Tate was talking about it, how he knew a dude that's a lawyer and his other brother was a mechanic, the other brother was this and the dad was this, and it's like they pull their resources together and they all got the same cars and stuff. Like that's the type of stuff you'll see in like a third world culture, and they have to do that. Ain't no choice but to pull their resources together so they can just to eat and pay the basic bills and stuff like that.
Facts, and I'm just saying that's a smart way to do. Like, especially like just since you brought it up, like Andrew and Tristan, how they be sharing stuff, like sharing cars, like, cause at the end of the day, that's your brother. Like, if I always say like two is better than one. When it's two people doing something, it's gonna be better than that one, especially when they're on the same type of time. It's three, even better. Now you just got more fuel to the fire, like more people pulling in their resources and all working together to one goal.
Now I believe they said like after 18, sibling rivalry should stop. It should be sibling partnership. You know what I'm saying? Like should be working with your siblings, trying to build something, and of course like realistically, everything can't happen right away, but boom, if you're able to get like say boom, you get some type of business and it starts going up and stuff like that. Once you're able to do that, you open the door now, and now you can get your siblings in position. Oh, your sister want to do this, you can set it up for her and just put her in charge, and then she's in charge of that. And now all of y'all are able to take care of y'all parents, you know what I'm saying? Because your parents aren't going to be able to work forever. And yeah, in America, it's customary to just send them to a fucking old folks home. But that's not what I would want to do with my parents, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts. My mom was talking about this the other day. Like, I could never send my mom to a home. That's just not even cool. For the simple fact, you got to think, she legit raised me. Like, she raised me since
you sending them there to die. Like,
I'm telling you. Like, even with my grandma, like, we'd never do some shit like that. Like, just fucking, somebody gonna stay home and watch it, or get a nurse, but still be around the family, like, have her doing stuff. Because if not, she's literally just being, and I don't like that thing, like, oh, people her age. Really? When you old, you don't need people your age. You need the youth, bro. Youth, like, if being around youth, it makes you more youthful, bro. Simple as that. I feel like that's the best thing for them.
They definitely need to be around youth, and they need to be around shit that's moving. Like that's why the old person sitting in the home, they're gonna die way faster than the one that's just sitting on the porch outside and watching, yelling at the kids coming by and watching the cars coming by, because at least life is in motion for them. Like they're seeing some shit go on rather than just in that bitch moving fucking checkers pieces back and forth, or fucking shuffling around the goddamn place, not really doing shit, like just day to day same routines. And I don't know how it is in old folks home for real, but it's probably as boring as hell. Like it seemed like it would be. Like
it seemed like it's boring as shit. And you gotta think, the only time you can see your family when they come visit you, like that's, I don't know, bro. I'd rather have your people in the home, in like your home, bro. Even if you just gotta get like a separate place for them, like that's still attached to the place. Like, you feel me? Like have your people in your home, take care of your people, bro. Because I feel like that should be the ultimate goal of this, of like all this.
Yeah. It should, definitely should be. I mean, you want that financial freedom of, you want freedom of location, time, and money and all that good stuff for you and everybody around you, know what I'm saying? Unless you grew up in an orphanage or something like that, and you might not give a fuck. But at the end of the day, you gotta understand, like, that just goes back into karma. You need to celebrate your people wins like they're your wins, know what I'm saying? Like, you need to give that good energy, give that good love out, and watch it come back to you. Like, you're gonna have wins, especially if you're really just like, oh, boom, your friend, your homie, your sister, your brother, they got this good thing going on in their life. Be excited for them, be happy for them. Like, yeah, damn near to be just as happy as just like it happened for you, and watch stuff actually start happening for you.
I'm telling you, bro, and I like how you said sibling rivals need to stop once you're at 18. Because that's so true. And I feel like so many different people be trying to compete with their siblings, bro. That is not the way to go, bro. That's not the way to go at all. For the simple fact, you're competing with somebody that should be on your team, bro. That's like me and you on the same football team. We both playing running back. You starting and I'm a backup and I'm hating on you. Hell no. This nigga score. Shit, I should be celebrating like fuck, because now this nigga tired. I'm getting in the game. Like,
yeah, exactly. But everybody don't understand that. Everybody want to be big. Everybody thinks they want to be big head honcho. I can do it on my own. I don't need nobody type shit. But everybody needs somebody. That's why we're humans in general. Like, you don't need any specific person, but you're gonna need a team. You're gonna need people in your corner if you want to reach your fullest potential, at least.
Facts, you're going to. So this message to you right now, like, send this to your sibling, like, hey, ain't no competing. We trying to get this money together. Ain't no hating. Your wins are my wins are your wins. Straight like that.
Exactly. Like me, my bros, I be excited when they got some shit going on. I'm the first one to bat a shit. I'm the first one to want to invest. Like, shit, can I get a minority stake in that bitch? How much that shit cost? Like, shit, let me give you $300 right now for the 5% of that motherfucker. And shit, that my fucking 5% might be worth $300 million 10 years later. You feel me?
I'm telling you. And I feel like that would be the best way to do it. Really support your nigga. Cause so, like, when the shit does get big as hell, like, be like, damn, we was really in this shit together. Like, we legit helped each other. Now, bro, really the sky's the limit for whatever we want to do next. Cause I know he supported me when I did this, like, so I know he gonna support me on my next thing. We see what this do. We see what the power of us working together is. That's why I said, like, get as many of your friends on the same type of timing as you and just go crazy. Whether it's your friends, brothers, cousins, whatever.
And beat your circumstances. Like,
Telling you.
with your environment shit right now, nah, I say you find a way out of that, and that's a good way to do it. Is with a team, with pooling resources with somebody, or creating a mastermind, working on a project, getting some type of just forward motion going. Like, if you're stagnant, if everything's just same shit month to month to month, and you're behind, and you understand, like, something's wrong with my thinking. Something has to be wrong with my thinking. If you're not moving forward, something is wrong with your thinking. And even me, as a person that has progressed in life, I get to those moments where I'm plateauing, and when I get there, I already know, like, something's wrong with my thinking. Like, before we went on that trip, something was wrong with my thinking. I was plateauing because I've been back up because I fixed it. You know what I'm saying? I understood what I was doing wrong, and really just was getting caught up in those day-to-day duties and not being as focused on the mission, and letting certain things keep me, like, letting certain things, like, slow me down type shit.
I definitely feel that. But you put up a great point, bro. Environment. Yeah, don't get me wrong. We probably all come from a messed up kind of environment. I'm not gonna say nobody's from a perfect
If you
place.
gotta watch a self-improvement video, probably.
You're not wrong, though. If you're watching this video, you probably did come from a little messed up environment. But I'm just saying, we never use that shit as an excuse. Not once. Not once. I've never done that shit, and I know you hasn't.
Fuck nah, bro, because bro, we're men. We gotta be realistic with life. If you fucking selling fucking coke and you get caught, you be like, but my environment, everybody was doing it. It's all. What the fuck they think that fucking agent finna say to you? Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, nigga. I give a fuck about what I found them fucking keys in your trunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. Nah, you have to understand, like, this shit not gonna be fair. It's gonna be some struggles. It's gonna be pain and shit. But if you fucking turn on fucking 2K, if you got 2K24 and you turn it on, your player's already a fucking 99 and there's no progression, you done locked all the fucking badges and shit, and you know what I'm saying, what the fuck is there to do? Why the fuck are you even playing at this point? Like, you know what I'm saying, you niggas play for the progression and for the fun of the progression and progressing with your friends and shit like that. Not, oh shit, let me fucking turn on Call of Duty, or I got all the gold guns, all my guns unlocked, I have all the shit. Like, there's no point of playing the game if everything is handed to you right from the start. So you gotta understand to enjoy the process.
I'm telling you, and I'm gonna say this right now because I've seen a lot of niggas talk about 2K on Twitter right now too, bro. If your ass not streaming that shit, making some money, or already making money, you should not touch that fucking game, bro. I'm telling you, and I mean that in all seriousness. So if you buy that shit, your ass better be streaming, or your ass already gotta be getting to the money, either or.
Facts, yeah, bro. Because it's like, if I say at minimum, be more worried about leveling up your real life character. Like, you shouldn't be getting to level 40 every season and making no progress in real life. Like, that's where you're really fucking up. And that's if you just want to be an average dude. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're playing that bitch and you're not making no real life progress, you're below average dude. Like, if you're playing it and you're making minimum life progress, like you're doing okay, you're average. But you need to be making more progress in real life to the point where you damn near don't even really want to play the game like that. You're like, fuck that shit. I could go hoop with Braun right now because I done fucking networked and I met this person, met that person, and now me and fucking LeBron cool. Like, the fuck am I gonna go play 2K for? Like,
I'm telling you, and that's so, it's so funny to me because I look at it like, bro, if you think about all the time you put into 2K, if you put that into your real life, bro, you'd be rich. I'm telling you, and this is speaking to myself first, but I don't play 2K. But this is speaking to myself first, though. Like, you
all probably, the money I spent on VC shit. I ain't gonna lie. I spent at least a band on 2K over the years.
At least. and that's probably not including the actual game. Because now the game, you want to get the higher version of the game. And now niggas not buying the $60 version. Nigga want the 100. Nigga want the MJ version. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, just make sure, especially like, man, all these shits, either try to stream them bitches or making sure you're making real progress outside of that, bro. Like, all the spare time you got, put it towards your actual dream. So, like, you can actually be doing more fun stuff. Because, you know, video games is just an escape anyway.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to escape your life if your life was, like, the best possible life it could be, bro. You wouldn't want to escape it then.
I seen the DEA, they said, instead of doing drugs, get on more social media and and play more video games. That you realize, like, those are the only three industries: drugs, social media, and video games, that call their customers users.
Damn.
Yeah, but they all basically the same.
That was some real ass shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that last statement you said kind of fucked up. We had to cut it on that one because that was, y'all gotta really say, like, hear what he just said, bro. calling like customers users, that's crazy. Like, what do you call a user? Like, that's crazy to think about. But
yes.
Sorry,
I was about to say, and shit, that's the shit. I think they was like I know most of those CEOs, they don't use their stuff as much, like, as just like a drug dealer. At least he shouldn't. Like, if you're fucking selling heroin, you shouldn't be doing it. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, like, you think Mark Zuckerberg's sitting on Facebook all fucking day? Hell no. You think he on Instagram? Hell no.
That's facts. That's facts. But that's gonna bring us into our next topic, bro. And this is one of those ones, like, it might be a little backlash, but before you judge or condemn, just hear us out, bro. Just hear us out and really think about it, bro. So, when it comes down to this relationship stuff, bro, everybody likes to say, everybody has a different thing. Everybody literally has a different thing. Some things work for others, some things don't. Me personally, when it comes down to, like, men and women, I don't feel like we're equal, and we shouldn't be. We shouldn't be. Men are better at things than women. Women are better at things than men. So the idea of, like, equal man, equal woman, it doesn't work. I don't. In my opinion, it just doesn't work. For the simple fact, you're two different creatures, bro. Like, it's just different. It's like comparing, like, I feel like it's damn near like comparing different species. We don't think alike. We don't move alike. It's just not. The only thing we really do have in common, we're human. We're human. So I feel like when it becomes like one man should be with one woman, it's kind of crazy to think about. And I only saying this for the simple fact, you gotta think, a man, how many, he could have damn near unlimited kids, for real. This is just one fact, I got some shit. But, man, he can have unlimited kids. Like, I'm talking like, he can go out here and get 10 different women pregnant today if he really wanted to. A woman, she has one egg, maybe two if it splits. And that's like one kid per year. If like anything more, like she hasn't healed properly.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like it just goes on that kind of thing. Like, maybe, just maybe, it would be better for the world if we did have more poly relationships.
I can definitely agree with that last statement. It probably would be better for the world. I would say a big reason why it doesn't. I don't think when you say more, I don't think just any random dude, because you got to think, like, even back in medieval times, you was a peasant. You wasn't getting multiple women. Like, you got to think, back in those times, a woman would rather have one. They would rather share the rich dude than have one broke dude. You know what I'm saying? And that's still kind of true to this day. You know what I'm saying? They'll rather share the rich dude than have one broke dude. I don't think most dudes are capable of even. Most dudes can't handle one woman nowadays, so it's like they shouldn't even try. But if you do have the resources, if you have the like emotional control, and you are actually like a real man, I don't see a problem with it. I say the reason, especially like in the West, you'll see, like, I believe that we learned monogamy as like black people from the white people and their religions and their cultures type thing. Like most of even like the indigenous people or like Africans, like ancient Africans and stuff, most of their cultures, it was pretty much like acceptable and normalized. And even if you go back to the figures of the Bible and the parts of Africa and Middle East and stuff like that, multiple wives, and it's just more widely accepted. But this capitalistic controlled country we live in has manipulated the women to, everybody thinks they're special, everybody thinks they're special, everybody feels like these emotions of jealousy and envy when it comes to other people, and women are more so in a space where they feel like they need to compete with each other instead of work together.
I like that. I totally agree.
I think just like those are like the big issues of why it doesn't happen. Men aren't ready. Women don't know their culture and they don't understand themselves. And I'd say like that's most men. There are men out there, and most of those men are doing it, whether it's known or not type shit.
Facts. But, and then before y'all go, like, I feel like a big part of another reason, like, women don't like that shit. One, it is the jealousy part. Like, women don't like sharing at all. But I feel like it has...
Western women don't.
Yeah, there we go. Western women don't particularly like to share. But you got to look at it like this, bro. It would solve a lot of problems, especially, like, with, like, the broken homes aspect. Because you got to think, a lot of men, not saying all men, because I hear black men don't cheat, but a lot of men out here are literally cheating and having kids with other women. And you got to think, now this is coming from somebody like my dad had a kid with another woman. So, like, now it's like you're splitting time with the dad, if you get what I mean. So now he has obligations to this household, and possibly his current household that he's in. That's 3 different households that man has to provide for him. Mm-hmm. And not just financially, like emotionally. It's emotional, spiritual, that which he should be doing. And I feel like that's completely draining, especially 3 different households. And now if everybody was in the same household, pulling together all resources, I feel like it would be a better environment, and it'd be easier to raise the kids, because, you know, they say it takes a village to raise a kid. So I'm saying, shit, instead of just having multiple kids, multiple baby mamas, get them all in the household and say, look, this is what we finna do.
Yeah, I mean, I think that takes being proactive and not reactive. Like that has to be something before you go start having kids with other women that you gotta introduce. You can't introduce it. Try to introduce it later because it's not gonna work like that. Just coming from like a realist mindset, it's not gonna be some shit. You might be able to pull it off if you gotta definitely be the highest version of yourself as a man to be able to get women that probably already have some spitefulness towards each other to be able to get along and work together in that form. But if you come into it with the first woman, with her knowing that, hey, this is how I am, this is what I want, and these are the reasons why, and you give her the opportunity, that's what a lot of women don't like is men don't give them the opportunity to choose. Is oh, I'm telling you this one thing. Oh, you're the one for me, and we're gonna be together. And mind you, men, we make these promises out of like love and lust and shit like that. We make these promises now knowing that once certain things wear off, that shit, I might be thinking a little different and shit like that. But even then, it's best to be like open and honest about that. And I feel like at the highest version of yourself as a man, you'll be okay with doing that and having hard conversations and stuff like that. But it's just like, it's all some mature ass shit. Like, it's like, that's the thing about it. It's some extra mature shit for the dude and the woman. It's because it becomes a point where this is bigger than all of us. Like, this is about legacy. This is about family structure. This is about generational wealth. Like, a lot of guys, they just see poly as, oh, sex, I got threesomes, this and that and the third. Like, and all that's cool too if that's what you have, but you gotta understand that can't be what the shit is based about. Because if it's based about sex, it's gonna fall because of sex, and that's gonna be the jealousy and the enviness.
Facts, and a lot of women say that too. Oh, like it's just about sex. No, it's not about sex. But the simple fact, sex, that's probably going to be one of the hardest parts because now you got to think you're going from pleasing one woman to pleasing like 2 or 3 women. And I'm just saying, like, I feel like there definitely could be like, you really have to be the highest version of yourself to do this shit, bro. I'm telling you, you gonna need that deep breathing, bro. You gonna need it.
And I'll even say, to be in a monogamous relationship, you need to be somewhat towards the highest version of yourself also, because it's a daily choice. It's not something that is natural for men. That goes back to the point you said about, like, how much sperm we have versus how many eggs they produce per year and shit like that. It's not natural for a man to live in a monogamous fashion. A lot of men have been able to do it because adaptation and just making a choice that, especially in the world we live in today, if you're in the West, you're probably not going to find 2 women that can be on the same page and are actually good women. Know what I'm saying? Like, you can go get 2 fucking crackheads off the street. As long as you feed they habit, they're gonna be your fucking wives if you want them to. But like 2 actually good women that can benefit and are good influences on kids and shit, definitely hard to find. And for either position, you're gonna have to be the highest version of yourself. I'll say poly takes even more responsibility though.
I totally agree. But you brought up a great point, bro, earlier. And this isn't just for any guy, bro. Because you got to think, once you start going up, like your financial start going up, you become more of a attractive mate. Like, more women want you. Mm-hmm. It's just going to get harder and harder and harder, especially for that man in that monogamous relationship, bro. Because especially from, like, the people that's, like, never got bitches. Like, niggas that's never got bitches, and then they just start getting hella bitches, it's probably going to be a little harder for him to be like, for him to choose that monogamous relationship, choose his wife or his girlfriend every single day. So I'm just saying, it definitely could save some problems, especially because I feel like most women, bro, they don't care about, I don't think it's more so the cheating part. I think it's more so the embarrassment behind it.
Yeah.
Like, it be the embarrassment, like their friends or their family finding out like they're cheating, like they're getting cheated on, blah blah blah, done dirty.
And it's usually because they've spoken about a guy so highly and they've kind of looked up to a guy and the guys told them all these things. So if they do find out something, it becomes devastating for them, and they're emotional creatures. We look at it like, okay, I cheated, but why the fuck you cutting my clothes and doing this and doing that? They look at it like, nigga, you cheated. Of course I'm gonna cut your clothes up and put sugar in your tank and bust your windows and shit like that. So it's like, as men, you gotta understand, like, you're fucking, like, if you're trying to go about it the wrong way, you're dealing with fucking gas. You're like playing with gasoline with a match nearby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just waiting for that shit to blow.
I'm telling you, and I ain't gonna lie. And you can't be mad, bro. That's that shit, bro. See, this is another reason why men and women are not equal, bro. Bro, I'm not saying you should expect your girl to do some shit like that, because that's just outrageous. But you gotta know how the feminine energy works, bro. It's not gonna be logical. That's just not gonna be logical. It's gonna be emotional. Like, how she's feeling in the moment is how she's gonna act. So, and if how she was feeling in the moment was cut up a nigga clothes, that's what's gonna happen, bro. And that's part of that shit. And you just gotta understand that. Like, I was playing with feminine energy. That's what did they say? It's like the tides. Like, it's like the tides. Like, it can be a cool, calm beach, or that shit can be a tsunami. Like, it's just what you're getting with, like, what you're getting on that day.
Yes, yeah, and that's exactly what it is. It's like, you have to be, as a dude, you gotta be the thermostat. You know what I'm saying? Because she's gonna be the thermometer. Like, that shit's going up with whatever the environment is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever everything out here is making her feel, that's what her temperature is. You gotta be the thermostat. You gotta be able to adjust yourself. Fuck what the environment doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you gotta move as a man when it comes to it. Especially if you want to be dealing with multiple women. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna take, like we said, it's gonna take the highest version of yourself, and it's gonna take hella resources. Don't be out here with under fucking $500,000 thinking you gonna have 3 women. Like, that shit don't even make no sense. Especially you in the West. Maybe if you go somewhere else where you might only need $100,000. You know what I'm saying? But here, shit, nigga, you gonna need at least $400K if you talking about having multiple women.
Facts, and I feel like there should be requirements. But like I'd say this to say, just like, bro, find out what works for you though. Like, especially when it comes down to relationship stuff. Like, find out what works for you. What's like true to you, bro. Don't take my opinion. Don't take your opinion. Please don't take what the fucking media is trying to push on you, bro. Find what works for you and you do that shit, bro. Just become the best version of yourself, bro.
Yeah, and my thing is, I believe monogamy, poly, both of them are way better than just fucking with a lot of hoes, bro. Cause like certain times in life, that's, like I'm saying, you might have your little stretch of going crazy, do your thing, you know what I'm saying? But end goal should definitely be some form of family structure, no matter what it is.
As simple as that. And that brings us to our next topic, bro. And this is a question I like to ask myself, especially in the moment, and when I'm doing something that I don't know if I should be doing or not. Bro, why are you doing this thing? And what I mean by that is, let's say you was just ready to play the games. It could be something simple. It don't even got to be too deep. Why are you ready to do this? What is good? What is going to benefit you? Is it going to benefit you? What is it going to bring out? Like, what's the purpose of this action that you're doing, bro? And I promise you, if you ask this question to yourself at least like 10 times a day, you're going to be more productive. Simple as that. We're shooting a podcast now. Why are we shooting this podcast? Bro, to help people that were like us. Simple as that. To help people get knowledge, to help people be better themselves, better their situations.
I think you basically saying consistently remind yourself that, like, is what I'm doing, is this a distraction or not type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to, like, you want to, especially, you see how fucking a notification can take your attention away so easily. I think asking that question is like the opposite of that. It's like refocusing almost, like, and understanding is, am I doing purposeful actions right now, or am I just on some distraction shit?
Facts. Because that's what it is. That's literally what it is. Because you got to think about how many distractions we get a day, bro. I'm just talking about like it can be notifications, just even family, like family
fucking
texting.
Sound, goddamn.
It literally someone just walking past the fucking door. We're like, who the fuck is that? I'm telling you, that's why it's so important why it's so important, bro, to know, like, to ask yourself these questions in the moment, bro. Because you was talking about this earlier, getting caught up on the mundane tasks.
Mm-hmm.
We all get caught up on the mundane tasks, bro. But if you can constantly ask yourself, why am I doing this thing? It's going to refocus you, recenter you, like, oh, I'm doing this thing because I'm trying to be the best podcaster in the world. That's why I'm doing this thing. Okay, that's a good thing to do. Instead of, oh, I'm finna fucking smoke this weed real quick and then eat some Twinkies and chill on the couch for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Even like, boom, you're going to work day after day. You know, boom, I want to do this. I want to get into real estate, but I got to build this capital up. I understand, like, I'm going to this job every day to build this capital, but you have people at that job that are just there so they can fucking have money to pay their bills and then party a little bit on the weekend. And those people, they probably coming to work high, they trying to distract you while you at work. They're like, you going there to do your job and go home, so they looking at you a little bit crazy. Like, that's how motherfuckers used to look at me when I first started working at Amazon. Like, don't talk to nobody. I'm just in here going to imagine this like I'm a year or two into self-improvement, so I'm just on different wavelengths. But I'm in there, work, home. Like, girls try to talk to me sometimes, like, but I'm like, bro, I'm not fucking with no joint from work. Just the distraction. Not really trying to make no friends here because all these people seem like they're gonna be here for years and years and years or at similar type jobs. Me, I know this is stepping stone. I'm trying to get up out of here, but nah, Sam. So they started moving me up position, so I had to start talking to people and shit like that. But for that, they just like, oh, this nigga that come in here with his fucking do-rag every day, he work hard and go home. Like, don't talk to nobody. He young, look good. Like it definitely brought attention to me, but I also was seeing like, damn, nigga real focused. And during that time was some of the most growth I had in my life just because of how focused I was.
Facts. And that's another thing. Sometimes we gonna have to refocus, bro. Mm-hmm. Especially when you're getting so used to doing like the everyday things. Like, sometimes you just gotta lock in just a little bit more, just a tad bit more. Especially when you first got on it, bro.
Hell yeah.
Cause I think about the same thing. When I first got on the self-improvement, it was literally the same thing. It was like work, gym, crib. I would see my friends occasionally.
The only time I really see mine, if they was at my house with my little brother or they was coming to the gym with me, like literally, it was like, in that time I wasn't smoking at all. Like, they come over as soon as they start rolling up, I'm going in the other room to meditate. And like, niggas like, during that time, like, damn near everybody in my life kind of looking at me a little bit funny. Mind you, just dropped out of college and like going between job and job, so everybody's starting to kind of look at me a little bit different. Cause man, I'm probably like 22ish, getting to 23. They're like, all right, now what you doing with your life type shit. Mind you, I already know in my head, so I don't need to tell nobody. But they didn't see it at the time, but guaranteed now, years later, I'm 26, doing what I do and have all the things that I have, take a trip whenever the fuck I want to. It's like, yo, they looking at me a little bit. Now it's more respect with it. Now it's like I understand what he was doing. And me, even though I know behind closed doors, y'all was saying this and that and the third, like, oh, it's forgiven because, now I'm saying, I already knew what was going on. Y'all was just blissfully ignorant.
That was a nice one. Bro, but that's literally how it is. They never see it when you're doing it, bro. And that's another thing I had to work on because you got to think I'm a little bit younger. So you kind of went through a little bit of what I went through already. Mm-hmm. But it's like you look at it like nobody, especially when you're doing it, bro. Everybody want to question you. Everybody and their mama want to question, what are you doing? What are you doing?
They want to question you, or they got a little side comment that they're saying to somebody else. You feel me?
Love a side comment. That literally, especially my family.
Or some shit they think you didn't hear.
Facts. But I'm telling you, bro, the best thing, and this got it from you, bro. Treat them with grace, bro. You just gotta treat them with grace. Like, they don't understand, bro. Ignorance is bliss, bro.
Yeah, man. If you don't get it yet, it's okay. It's okay. Some people still don't get it. It's okay.
Some
like,
people never gonna get
yes,
it.
exactly. Some never will, and that's okay. You gotta understand. Like, fuck it. This is your life. You gotta understand.
Facts.
Especially if you live in your purpose, don't let it shit bother you about that. Like, fuck that. Like, don't let a outside perspective or whatever the fuck somebody else think, because they don't know. Literally, like I say, even it comes down to your parents. Like, they might not understand because times is different and things like that, but they'll get it eventually once they see the results. That's what it is. Like, results is undeniable. That's one thing that's undeniable. So if you are like, don't focus too much on getting results. Focus more so on the process and enjoying that process. The results are gonna come, and then when the results come, that's when everybody else is just starting to catch on. They're playing catch up. You feel me?
I'm telling you, bro, and I'm telling you, it might take some time, bro. I'm telling you, it might take some time, but that's okay. That's okay. Because if we talked about on here, compound interest, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you might gotta put up with that shit for like at least 2-3 years.
Hey.
It's probably just to see anything.
Hey, yeah. You know what I'm saying, you can go through some times like you just mad, like you wondering like why certain shit is happening, why certain people acting a little funny or this and that going on. But just understand, it's all part of the process. You just seeing everything for what it really is, because you're living in your truth, so you're gonna be able to see everybody else's truth.
That's facts. That's literal facts. But then when you come around and you start getting those results, bro, it's gonna feel good. You be like, damn, all the hard work paid off.
Mm-hmm.
But don't think you done yet, cause you never done with this shit. That's another thing. You can't get comfortable in this shit, bro. As soon as you start getting comfortable, shit gonna start
Regressing.
There's the word. Literally. So never get comfortable in this shit. Always keep going harder, bro. Treat people with grace.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
But that is the end of today's episode, man. I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching the best podcast in the fucking world, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Best podcast in the world, man. Island God Talk podcast coming at you every week from different places. Well, not every week from different places, but, you know, from different places here and there, you know what I'm saying? More often, the more this shit goes on, you feel me? And make sure y'all check out my boy. When the first one dropping? Today?
Shit, we can drop that bitch today, for real.
I thought that bitch was already out, but I think you had privated it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bet.
Wait, what day is it? It's Friday.
Yeah,
To be honest, I'm saying we dropping that bitch today.
Yeah.
First vlog dropping it today, man. Shout out to Island. Shout out to you. Shout out Kingmeechyyy.
Yeah, man. As always, we love y'all. We out.